You're bothered by your sales numbers. You're bothered because it ain't working the way you thought it would work. You're bothered because your team is not producing at the level. There's something that is bothering you. Now this is good news for the salesman, because what bothers other people becomes what? It becomes the problem that you're going to solve for them. So your opportunity lies in the fact that they are at their current position. So when I'm on the phone selling a person, I work through a formula. Okay, I want you to write this formula down. Number one, I initiate. And this ain't happening a lot in the world today. Initiate means outbound effort. The word activate means to initiate. I make an outbound effort. Man, this is Coach. I'm so glad to talk to you today. I'm excited. I open with enthusiasm. And that word enthusiasm means God within. What I do is I open with some enthusiasm. Derek, I'm excited to talk to you about today. I know my team's been talking to you about doing something with me. And then I frame it up. Do you know the only people I get on the phone with, Derek? And they say, no, who? I say, I only get on the phone with people who are serious. And Derek, I'm looking for Navy SEALs, not baby seals. And my team told me you were a Navy SEAL. That's the only people I get on the phone with. People who are serious about making a decision to move forward. Now, Derek, are you ready to kill something off today? Yep. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you 10. About killing something off? Okay? And you guys give a hand for Tim Grover, who just walked in the room. We got to give a man a proper entry, right? I love that dude right there. So when I get on the phone with a person, so number one, I initiate. Everything, I was a former championship basketball coach. I spent 10 years building a championship program. Everything I do is systematic. The way I think, the way I process information, everything is in a systematic way, because you will drive up the probability of winning if you do it the right way. So I initiate and I connect. And I connect real easy with people. Man, what are you doing? Where do you live in the world? What are you trying? Here's a simple thing I ask people. What are you up to today, man? And people just talk to me. They say, man, I'm working on this. I'm working on this. After I initiate and I connect, this is the most important part. I locate their ambition. I locate the problem. Because everybody is trying to go from A to B. B is your desired outcome. B is where you are trying to get to. And I don't care where you are in life, everybody's trying to get somewhere. So I say to people, I got a real important question for you. What are you trying to do? And everybody's trying to do something. And I give it a frame. And the frame is, I call that going from A to B. You're at A and you're trying to get to B. Okay? I locate the ambition. After I locate the ambition, I then move into explaining my value. Based on my 31 years of experience coaching some of the top people in the world, this is exactly what I would do to move you from A to B. I call that a bridge. And I'm drawing a direct line between what Derek tells me he wants to do and how my experiences can get him there faster than anybody else. Everybody see that?
Yes.
And I'm moving him from A to B. It's what he wants to do. I heard Andy say earlier, make it the customer's idea. Yes or no?
Yes.
See, all I'm doing is helping you move to where you told me you want to go to. But if you could get there without me, you'd already be there. So I move from locating the ambition to explaining the value to inviting them to take an action. Hey, this is Coach Micheal Burt, and if you want to get a text daily from me, 5 days a week, activate and reactivate the Pray Drive, some of my best concepts, a little shot of Coach every single morning, I want you to text this number, text Monster Producer to this number, and I'd love to come into your life every single morning and get that Pray Drive activated. Let's go. And I can't tell you how many people I talk to who never invite me to take an action. Nothing happens until somebody moves. Nothing happens until somebody takes an action. So I tell people, man, here's the next step for us to get started. Now, let me ask you a question before we do this. Now I'm going to qualify how serious they are. On a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you about this? And if they say 1 to 3, it just seems like you're not ready to play at this level. Seems like you're not committed as you need to be to make this work. If they say 5 or above, I'm saying, sounds like you're ready to get started. Let's do it right now. The purpose of this conversation is to help you make a decision. Yes or no? Yes. And the word decide means to kill something off. The word decision means to cut something away. So I want you to think about this. You are at A right now, and that's your current position, and you are trying to get to B. This is your ideal outcome in life. See, and you need to be very clear about what this is. See, in my life, it's my company's doing this amount of revenue. I'm operating on this profit margin. I spend 3 nights a month with me and my wife. I see my kids X number of times per day. I'm having a blast doing what I love doing with the people I love doing it with. I'm highly enjoyable and highly profitable. Okay? I'm flying everywhere I go private. That's part of the B. My passive income is greater than my living expenses. That's part of the B. Everybody see that? The business is kicking off cash that gives me excess cash that I can then reinvest in what I want to invest in, which for me is real estate and combining my real estate with my coaching, which is why you're seeing me build greatness factories and buy retreat centers around the country. Because I'm using the money from the coaching, the excess cash, to build an intentionally congruent life where everything feeds everything. Does everybody see that? Yes. And I'm doing it in a way that I'm having a lot of fun doing it, man. So you're helping. The good salesperson is a person that is a master at helping people make a decision. And the way you help people make a decision is because at some point in your life, there was a cycle I want you to write down. Number 1, you had a big revelation. And that revelation was a sudden, dramatic moment in your life. I want you to go back to that time in your life when you had a big revelation. For me, 6 years old, was raised by a single mom who had me when she was 16 years old. And that woman was tough. For all the moms in here, let's give a hand to all the mamas in the room. Okay? Because I'm telling you, that woman instilled in me, we don't whine, we don't complain, we don't make excuses. We show up, we grow up, and we deliver. She built identity in me that cannot be broken by other people. Even to this day, when I call my mother, and I've been on the road for 5 or 6 days, and I'll call my mom, this is how tough she is. She's 60-something years old today, and I'll call my mom, and she'll say, "Who is this?" I say, "It's your firstborn son." She's like, "Who?" I mean, "It's your firstborn son, Michael." She said, "Okay. I read your book, $1 Million Follow-Up. Said you're supposed to follow up 7 to 15 times. I haven't heard from you in 3 weeks. You too good to call your mama who brought you into the world?" And listen to what she'll say to me. She'll say, "Tell me what it is, son. I want to hear it out of your mouth." And I'll say, "It's excuse. It's an excuse." And in our company, we call that too busy being fabulous. See, I talk to people who are not hitting their sales numbers and they're so busy and they're doing this and they tell me they're doing this and they're doing this. And I said, let's just stop that right there. We call that too busy being fabulous. Right, Eric? We call it, quit being too busy being fabulous.